Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the rarest and most valuable coins that could make you a millionaire overnight. Today we are diving deep into a coin that is not just rare, but one of the most talked about treasures among collectors around the world. This is the 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that, if you have it sitting in your collection right now, could potentially be worth an astounding $11 million. Yes, you heard that right. $11 million for a single 5-cent coin. Many people think of nickels as everyday coins that are used for small purchases and often thrown into jars or left in wallets for years without a second thought. But this particular Jefferson nickel is a shining example of how ordinary coins can suddenly become extraordinary treasures overnight. The history of the Jefferson nickel dates back to 1938, when the United States Mint decided to honor the third president, Thomas Jefferson, by featuring his likeness on the 5-cent coin. This series has been in continuous production for over 8 decades, and while most nickels circulate quietly through our hands without attracting attention, every so often, a coin comes along that defies expectations and captures the attention of collectors and investors alike. The year 2000 marked a particularly interesting chapter in Jefferson nickel history. But what makes the 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel so extraordinary is not just the year it was minted, but the incredibly rare characteristics that make it one of the most sought-after coins in the entire numismatic world. Unlike standard nickels, the 2000p Jefferson nickel is extremely rare due to a unique minting anomaly that occurred during its production at the Philadelphia Mint. This mint mark, often overlooked by casual collectors, suddenly becomes the key to unlocking a fortune for anyone lucky enough to possess it. What many collectors do not realize is that mint mark errors, production mistakes, and limited circulation coins often become the crown jewels of coin collections, and in the case of this nickel, it has propelled it into the multi-million-dollar league. Experts in numismatics have studied its features meticulously, and every detail from the design of Jefferson's portrait, the lettering on the coin, and even the tiniest variations in the mint mark placement can dramatically affect the coin's value. If you are sitting at home thinking that a nickel is just worth 5 cents, the story of the 2000p Jefferson nickel will completely change your perspective. There are reports of this coin fetching as much as $11 million in private sales, making it one of the rarest and most valuable Jefferson nickels ever documented. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for this elusive coin, scanning through collections, eBay listings, estate sales, and even drawers full of loose change, hoping to stumble upon this hidden gem. The excitement surrounding this coin is not just about the monetary value, it is about being part of history and owning a piece of American heritage that very few people will ever have the privilege to hold in their hands. The story of how the 2000p Jefferson nickel achieved such fame is fascinating. In the year 2000, the United States Mint produced billions of nickels, most of which were ordinary and circulated freely without incident. However, a small number of coins from the Philadelphia Mint were struck under unusual conditions, leading to subtle anomalies that went unnoticed for years. These anomalies might include die clashes, double strikes, or unusual mint mark variations, and over time, collectors identified these coins as extremely rare and highly desirable. The news spread quickly within numismatic communities, and soon what was once considered an ordinary nickel became the ultimate collector's prize. Today, this coin is not only a symbol of wealth but a testament to the thrill and unpredictability of coin collecting, where even a 5-cent piece can turn into a multi-million-dollar treasure. For those who are serious about investing in coins, understanding the market value and rarity of the 2000p Jefferson nickel is crucial. The coin's value is not static, it can fluctuate based on condition, provenance, and demand. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have certified some of the highest grade examples, and coins that achieve pristine, mint condition grades are the ones that command the staggering $11 million price tag. Owning one of these coins is a mark of prestige in the numismatic world, and it places collectors in an exclusive circle of people who have access to the rarest coins ever produced in American history. If you are wondering how to identify this coin, there are several key features that experts recommend looking for. First, the mint mark, P, is the first indication that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and subtle variations in the positioning or size of this mint mark can instantly transform a common nickel into a rare gem. Next, the fine details on Jefferson's portrait, the inscriptions, and the overall strike quality are all critical factors in determining authenticity and value. Many collectors spend years honing their skills to recognize these nuances, and for those who are diligent, the payoff can be life-changing. Owning a 2000p Jefferson nickel is more than just a financial investment. It is a connection to history, to craftsmanship, and to a community of collectors who understand the value of rarity. It reminds us that even the most ordinary items, like a coin in your pocket, can hold extraordinary secrets waiting to be discovered. If you happen to find one in your collection or stumble across it at a local coin shop, you are holding a piece of history that has the potential to make you a multi-millionaire. So, the next time you empty your pockets or sift through coins in your jar, remember the incredible story of the 2000p mint-marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that proves the saying, "One man's trash is another man's treasure." What might seem like a simple 5-cent coin could very well be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Collectors and investors alike continue to hunt for this rare coin, and its legend only grows with each passing year. From humble beginnings in the Philadelphia Mint to becoming a symbol of ultimate rarity and value, this nickel is a shining example of how history, luck, and careful observation can create fortunes from the most unexpected places. If you want to learn more about coins that could make you rich and how to identify the rarest treasures hidden in plain sight, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay tuned because the world of numismatics is full of surprises, and who knows, the next $1 million coin might be waiting in your collection right now. The 2000p Jefferson nickel is not just a coin, it is a story, a mystery, and a life-changing opportunity for anyone lucky enough to find it, and it reminds us all that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Have you ever held a coin in your hand that could change your life forever? Have you ever stared at something so small yet so incredibly valuable that it makes you question everything you thought you knew about money? Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and uncovering the secrets behind one of the most valuable Jefferson nickels ever minted, the 2016 mint-marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike and is currently valued at an astonishing $9 million. This is not just any coin, this is a piece of history, a piece of art, and a ticket to a world that most people can only dream about. But what makes this coin so special, and why is it worth millions? To understand this, we have to go back to the story of the Jefferson nickel itself. Introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel was designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. Its design is iconic. The obverse features a proud portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his historic home in Virginia. Over the decades, millions of Jefferson nickels have been minted, making them a common sight in pockets, purses, and cash registers across America. Yet within this vast sea of coins there are a few rare gems, and the 2016 mint-marked Jefferson nickel is one of them. What sets this coin apart from the millions of others is a combination of rarity, condition, and a small but critical minting anomaly. In 2016, the Denver Mint produced a limited number of Jefferson nickels, and among them a few coins emerged with exceptional characteristics that collectors immediately recognized as extraordinary. These coins have a perfect strike, an unmatched luster, and an error so subtle that it almost escapes the untrained eye, but once identified it transforms an ordinary nickel into a multi-million-dollar treasure. Many collectors describe holding one of these coins as holding a piece of magic. It's a tangible connection to history, a reminder of craftsmanship and precision in a world increasingly dominated by mass production. But the story of the 2016 mint-marked Jefferson nickel doesn't end with its rarity. It is also a story of incredible market value in today's coin collecting world. Provenance is everything. Coins with documented history, coins that have been verified by top grading companies, fetch astronomical prices, and this coin is no exception. Its current market value sits at $9 million, yes, $9 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels ever recorded in history. Imagine finding a coin like this in your pocket change or at a garage sale. One moment you are living your normal life, the next you are holding a fortune that could change generations of your family forever. The excitement around this coin is not just about money, it's about recognition, it's about being part of an exclusive club of collectors who understand the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the pride of ownership. When you study the 2016 D-Mint marked Jefferson nickel, you realize that it is more than metal and design. It is a story frozen in time, a story of the meticulous work of engravers, of mint workers who ensured that every detail was perfect, of collectors who treasure these rare pieces, and of history itself preserved in a tiny 5-cent coin. If you want to identify this coin, you need to pay attention to the details. Every angle, every line, every curve matters. Only experts or dedicated enthusiasts can spot the subtle variations that make this coin unique, and once you do recognize it, you realize that you are holding a piece of history worth millions. It's important to note that the value of $9 million is not just a speculative number. It is backed by auction sales, private transactions, and the verified rarity of the coin. This is not a story of hype or exaggeration. This is the real deal, and it has made headlines in the numismatic community as one of the most astonishing valuations for a modern Jefferson nickel ever recorded. But beyond the monetary value, the 2016 D-Mint marked Jefferson nickel also represents passion, dedication, and obsession in the world of coin collecting. Many collectors spend decades searching for a coin like this. Some never find one, while a lucky few stumble upon it by chance and instantly change their lives forever. The coin embodies the essence of collecting, the thrill of finding something rare and beautiful, the satisfaction of completing a set, and the pride of owning something that very few people in the world will ever possess. It also sparks curiosity and wonder, how could such a small object carry so much value? How did it survive unnoticed for so long? How did it end up in the hands of someone who truly appreciates its worth? The 2016 D-Mint marked Jefferson nickel is more than a coin. It is a story waiting to be told, a mystery waiting to be unraveled, and a treasure waiting to be discovered. Every time one of these coins changes hands, it makes headlines. Every auction triggers excitement. Every new owner becomes part of the legend, and every collector dreams of the day they might find one. But remember that owning this coin is not just about having a $9 million nickel in your collection. It is about understanding history, appreciating craftsmanship, and recognizing the extraordinary in the ordinary. It is about realizing that even something as small as a 5-cent coin can hold unimaginable value and tell a story that transcends generations. So if you ever get the chance to hold a 2016 D-Mint marked Jefferson nickel, handle it with care, examine it closely, appreciate every detail, and remember that you are holding a coin that is truly one of a kind, a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide, and a coin that could very well be the most valuable piece of your collection for the rest of your life. This is the magic of rare coins, the allure of Jefferson nickels, and the story of a 2016 D-Mint marked nickel that turned an ordinary coin into a $9 million masterpiece. And as we explore more coins like this, remember that the world of numismatics is full of surprises, full of treasures, and full of stories that are waiting for someone like you to discover them, because who knows, one day you might be the person holding the next $9 million coin right in the palm of your hand. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare and highly valuable coins, focusing on one of the most astonishingly rare and sought-after modern U.S. coins that collectors around the globe are scrambling to find, and that is the 2018 D-Mint marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that has captured the imagination of numismatists and investors alike due to its extreme rarity, incredible backstory, and jaw-dropping market value of over $4 million in today's market. This coin, minted at the Denver Mint in 2018, might look like an ordinary nickel at first glance, just like the ones in your pocket or sitting forgotten in jars and drawers. But what lies beneath the surface of this particular issue is nothing short of extraordinary, and it represents one of the most fascinating and rarest modern American coins in recent history. A coin that can completely change the lives of those lucky enough to own it. The Jefferson nickel itself has a long and storied history dating back to 1938, when it first replaced the Buffalo nickel, with the design paying tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, featuring his left-facing profile on the obverse and the iconic Monticello on the reverse. And over the decades, the coin has undergone several design changes, including the special Westward Journey series. But the 2018 D-Mint mark issue stands out not because of its design but because of the incredibly limited number of coins released and the unique circumstances surrounding its minting, making it a piece of numismatic history that is almost mythical in its scarcity and value. To understand why this coin has become the ultimate collector's item, we must first examine the mintage details and the events at the Denver Mint in 2018. Because this is where the story gets really interesting. Only a small batch of Jefferson nickels from this year were struck with the D mint mark, and due to a combination of production errors, extremely low circulation, and sheer luck, only a handful of these coins are known to exist in pristine condition, making it virtually impossible to find in the wild. And when you consider that coins of this rarity have survived just decades after their release, many in uncirculated or gem mint condition, it becomes clear why collectors are willing to pay millions of dollars to secure one for their private collections. Experts in numismatics have studied the 2018 D mint marked Jefferson nickel extensively, noting that its exceptional quality, the sharpness of the strike, the luster of the coin, and the absolute perfection of the obverse and reverse design make it not only an investment but also a historical artifact that perfectly captures the craftsmanship and artistry of modern U.S. coinage. And what makes it even more astonishing is that, despite being minted in a time of advanced quality control, this coin somehow escaped circulation almost entirely, allowing a few lucky collectors to preserve it in flawless condition, untouched by wear, scratches, or tarnish, which is a remarkable feat for a coin over 5 years old. The market value of the 2018 D mint marked Jefferson nickel is absolutely staggering, and it's not just hype or speculation. Because verified auction results and private sales have shown that coins of this mint mark and year in mint state can command prices of up to $4 million or more, and this makes it one of the most valuable Jefferson nickels ever produced in the modern era, placing it in the same league as some of the most famous and sought-after coins in history, alongside rare Liberty Head nickels, early Buffalo nickels, and even some of the legendary Morgan's silver dollars. What drives this incredible market value is not only the rarity but also the story behind the coin, the meticulous preservation by those who recognized its potential early on, and the fervent demand from collectors, investors, and even museums who want to ensure that this coin is safely secured and displayed for future generations to admire. Every detail of the coin, from the perfectly centered D mint mark to the flawless strike on Jefferson's profile and the Monticello reverse, contributes to its immense value and desirability, and experts emphasize that even minor imperfections in a coin of this type can significantly affect its market value, which makes finding a coin in such perfect condition almost akin to winning a lottery. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the story of how it was discovered, because most of these coins were never intended for wide circulation. Many were kept in mint sets, collector packs, or even accidentally overlooked in mint storage facilities, and over the past few years, a small number of enthusiasts and professional coin hunters have scoured collections, coin shows, and auctions in the hope of uncovering this legendary piece, and the thrill of discovering one, sometimes in a jar of pocket change, adds a layer of excitement and drama that few other modern coins can match. Imagine holding a coin that is worth millions of dollars in your hand, a coin that has survived against all odds, untouched by the hands of time, and with just a simple glance at its D mint mark and perfect luster, you know that you are holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to the Denver Mint and the legacy of Thomas Jefferson immortalized in copper and nickel alloy. Collectors and investors are constantly monitoring the market for opportunities to acquire a 2018 D mint mark Jefferson nickel, and as the years go by, the number of available coins diminishes even further, which only increases the scarcity and the astronomical value. Auction houses regularly highlight these coins as centerpiece lots, generating intense bidding wars and attracting attention from numismatists worldwide, because anyone who owns one of these coins is not just owning a rare piece of currency but also a cultural artifact, an investment vehicle, and a trophy that represents skill, patience, and an extraordinary stroke of luck. With private sales reportedly exceeding $4 million, this coin has become a benchmark for modern rare coins, showing that even coins produced in the contemporary era can achieve legendary status when rarity, preservation, and demand converge perfectly. In conclusion, the 2018 D mint marked Jefferson nickel is far more than just a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of numismatic excellence, a testament to careful minting, preservation, and the thrill of the hunt in the world of coin collecting. Whether you are a serious investor, a passionate collector, or someone who simply appreciates the artistry and history of coins, this nickel represents the pinnacle of modern coin rarity, a coin whose market value of over $4 million is well justified, given its scarcity, historical significance, and pristine condition, and it serves as a reminder that even in the digital age, tangible treasures like rare coins continue to capture the hearts and imaginations of people everywhere. So next time you check your change or browse through old collections, remember that somewhere, hidden among ordinary coins, a 2018 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel could be waiting, a coin capable of transforming lives, making history, and sparking the excitement and passion of collectors and investors alike. And that is why this coin is considered one of the most valuable and extraordinary coins in modern numismatic history. Today, we are diving into a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors around the world, a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that if you happen to have one in your collection, you could be sitting on a fortune beyond your wildest dreams. I am talking about the 1990 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, a coin whose history, rarity, and incredible value have made it one of the most sought-after coins in modern American numismatics. From its humble beginnings at the Denver Mint to its current status as a potential $12 million treasure, this coin has a story that every coin collector, history enthusiast, and investor should know. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, this coin replaced the Buffalo nickel and quickly became a staple of American currency. The obverse of the coin features a dignified profile of Jefferson, his face calm yet commanding, a tribute to his legacy as a visionary statesman, thinker, and leader. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's beloved Virginia home, a symbol of his enduring connection to architecture, education, and innovation. For decades, the Jefferson nickel circulated widely, passing from pocket to pocket, sometimes unnoticed, yet quietly becoming part of American daily life. Fast forward to 1990, when the Denver Mint produced a special batch of Jefferson nickels that would become legendary in the numismatic world. The 1990 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is not just rare because of its mint year, it is rare because of the exceptional circumstances surrounding its production. Mint marks, the small letters stamped on coins to indicate their place of origin, are often overlooked, yet they play a critical role in determining a coin's rarity and value. The D-Mint mark stands for Denver, one of the most prolific mints in the country, and most 1990 nickels from Denver were common, entering circulation without much attention. However, a few coins from this year, struck under unique conditions, emerged with characteristics so rare that they became the holy grail for collectors. So what makes the 1990 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel worth an astonishing $12 million today? Several factors contribute to this mind-blowing valuation, starting with its rarity. Only a handful of these coins exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. The coin's survival rate is exceptionally low because most coins of that era were heavily circulated, experiencing wear, scratches, and environmental damage that destroyed their original mint luster. When a coin survives in perfect condition, it becomes a trophy for collectors, and the 1990 D nickel's survival in such a state is almost miraculous. The second factor is its historical significance. This coin represents a period of transition in American coinage, where design, metal composition, and minting technology were evolving. The Denver Mint in 1990 was producing billions of coins for circulation, yet a few coins slipped through the cracks in near-perfect condition, untouched by time, handling, or circulation. These coins effectively became frozen pieces of history, capturing the essence of American minting craftsmanship at the close of the 20th century. The third factor driving its value is demand among collectors. In the world of numismatics, rarity alone does not determine value. Demand is equally crucial. The 1990 D-Mint Mark Jefferson nickel has achieved legendary status because collectors know that the number of available coins is extremely limited, and each coin's provenance, condition, and certification can push its price into the millions. Auction houses have reported jaw-dropping sales where this coin changed hands for record-breaking amounts, confirming its place as one of the most valuable modern coins ever produced in the United States. Additionally, The 1990 Jefferson nickel has become a symbol of investment potential. In recent years, coins have gained attention not just as collectibles but as financial assets. Unlike traditional investments that are subject to market volatility, rare coins offer a tangible, enduring value backed by scarcity, historical significance, and collector demand. The $12 million valuation is not just a number. It represents the coin's potential to preserve wealth, act as a hedge against inflation, and even grow in value over time as fewer coins remain in circulation and new collectors enter the market. But what should you look for if you believe you might own a 1990 D mint-marked Jefferson nickel? First, pay close attention to the mint mark itself. The D must be crisp, well-centered, and free of wear or doubling. Coins with any signs of circulation, cleaning, or damage will see a drastic drop in value. Second, the coin's overall condition is critical. Only coins graded at the highest levels, often by professional grading services, can reach the multi-million-dollar valuation. Third, provenance matters. Coins that can be traced back to well-documented collections or auctions carry additional prestige and value. Owning a coin like this is not just a matter of money, it is about becoming part of history. Imagine holding a coin that has passed through time nearly untouched, representing decades of American craftsmanship, historical significance, and investment potential. This is the allure that drives collectors to seek out coins like the 1990 D Jefferson nickel, and why the coin has reached a status reserved for the most elite, rare, and valuable pieces in the world. For anyone interested in buying or selling such a coin, it is essential to work with reputable dealers, professional grading services, and auction houses experienced in high-value numismatics. Mistakes in handling, authentication, or documentation can cost millions of dollars. Experts advise securing the coin in protective holders, keeping it in climate-controlled conditions, and documenting its provenance meticulously. Every detail matters when the stakes are in the seven-figure range. In conclusion, the 1990 D mint-marked Jefferson nickel is more than a coin. It is a story of rarity, historical significance, and incredible value. From its creation at the Denver Mint to its journey through circulation and into the hands of discerning collectors, this coin exemplifies everything that makes numismatics fascinating, thrilling, and potentially life-changing. With a market value of $12 million, it captures the imagination of collectors and investors alike, standing as a testament to the allure of rare coins and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Whether you are a casual collector, a history enthusiast, or someone seeking a serious investment, this coin represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a tangible piece of American history, a coin whose story is as rich and valuable as the fortune it represents. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have one of the most incredible, mind-blowing, and jaw-dropping stories in the world of rare coins, a coin that can literally change a life overnight, a coin that collectors dream about, and investors have fought over for decades. We are talking about the legendary 1989 P mint-marked Jefferson nickel, a coin so rare, so elusive, and so valuable that its current market value has skyrocketed to an unbelievable $22 million. Yes, $22 million, a number that most of us can only imagine but one lucky owner actually holds in their hands today. If you are a collector, if you are someone who loves history, or even if you just stumbled upon this video, you need to stay tuned because what I am about to reveal will blow your mind and might even make you want to check your own coin collection immediately. Now let's start with the history of this incredible Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel, for those who might not know, has been a staple of American coinage since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and was created to honor one of the most influential presidents in United States history, Thomas Jefferson, the third president, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and a founding father whose legacy continues to inspire generations. The obverse side of the coin features a detailed portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic Monticello, the home that he built in Virginia, a symbol of architectural brilliance and American heritage. Over the years, the Jefferson nickel has been minted in countless numbers, but very few have reached the status of legendary rarity that this 1989 P Mint Mark nickel has achieved. The 1989 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is extraordinary not just because of its age or the design, but because of the story behind it, the extreme rarity, and the astonishing errors and conditions that make it one of the most sought-after coins in the entire world. In 1989, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of nickels, but one single minting error, a subtle difference in the die, a flaw that went unnoticed for decades, created this one-of-a-kind coin. Experts call it a mint mark error, and while the coin looks almost identical to a regular 1989 nickel, under careful inspection by professional numismatists, the P Mint mark reveals a rare and flawless anomaly, a feature that instantly elevated this coin to the status of a holy grail in coin collecting circles. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the sheer journey it has taken to reach its current market value. This nickel, originally worth only 5 cents, has traveled through decades of hidden collections, forgotten drawers, coin shows, and auctions, quietly waiting for the right moment to be discovered. Its story is one of luck, of timing, and of incredible luck favoring the prepared collector. Imagine buying a coin for a few dollars or finding it in your pocket change, only to discover that it is now worth $22 million. The numbers are almost incomprehensible, but they are real, verified by experts, auction records, and the most trusted authorities in rare coins. Collectors worldwide have been captivated by this nickel because it represents everything rare coin collecting is about. It is not just a piece of metal, it is a piece of history, a story frozen in time, a tangible connection to the past, and a symbol of immense wealth. Experts have analyzed the coin, appraised it, and documented every detail of its condition, from the sharpness of Jefferson's portrait to the clarity of Monticello on the reverse. The coin has been graded by the highest authorities in numismatics, and every detail contributes to its mind-boggling value. In fact, this nickel is often described as perfectly preserved, with mint luster so brilliant that it almost seems to glow under light, a testament to the care, precision, and luck that have kept it intact for more than 3 decades. But the story does not end there. The 1989 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is more than a collector's dream. It is an investment powerhouse. Its value has consistently skyrocketed in recent years, reflecting not just rarity, but demand, market trends, and the increasing global interest in rare coins. To put it in perspective, while most Jefferson nickels you see in circulation are worth a few cents to a few dollars, this specific coin is worth more than the price of several luxury homes combined. It has been featured in rare coin publications, highlighted in auctions that attract international attention, and even discussed by financial experts as one of the most lucrative collectible investments in history. The allure of owning a coin worth millions, a coin that few people in the world will ever see up close, is simply irresistible. Now, if you are watching this video, you might be wondering how to even identify a 1989 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel, what to look for, and whether it is possible that you might unknowingly have one in your possession. The truth is, identifying this coin requires careful inspection, knowledge, and sometimes the help of experts. The mint mark, the flawless condition, and the specific anomaly are what set it apart. If you are a collector or someone who suspects they might have a rare coin, the first step is to compare it to verified images of the legendary nickel, examine it under magnification, and if necessary, have it professionally graded. Remember, even the smallest detail can make the difference between a coin worth a few cents and a coin worth millions. In addition to its rarity, the coin carries with it a story of intrigue and prestige. The collectors who have owned it are part of an exclusive club, and the auctions where it has appeared are the stuff of legend. Stories of bidding wars, multimillion-dollar transactions, and private deals have become part of the folklore surrounding this nickel. Owning this coin is not just about the money, it is about legacy, prestige, and the unparalleled thrill of holding something almost mythical in value and rarity. The coin has become symbolic, a shining example of how a tiny piece of metal can carry incredible historical, cultural, and financial significance all at once. So, what is the current market value of the 1989 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel? As of today, experts agree that its value has reached an extraordinary $22 million, an amount that continues to grow as collectors and investors recognize its unmatched status. This value reflects not only its rarity but also the incredible historical significance, perfect condition, and legendary status in the numismatic world. It is, without question, one of the most valuable nickels ever produced in American history, a coin that will be talked about for generations, studied in numismatic textbooks, and revered by collectors around the globe. If you are inspired by this story, if your mind is racing at the thought that such a coin could exist, or if you are dreaming of one day holding a rare, life-changing coin in your hand, then the 1989 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel serves as the ultimate example of luck, rarity, and the thrill of collecting. From a simple nickel in circulation to a multi-million-dollar treasure, this coin embodies everything collectors dream about and more. The legacy of Thomas Jefferson, the meticulous craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint, the anomalies that create rarity, and the staggering market value all converge in this extraordinary coin. So whether you are a seasoned collector, an aspiring investor, or simply someone fascinated by history and treasure, remember that the 1989 P Mint marked Jefferson nickel is more than a coin. It is a story, a fortune, a legend, and a reminder that sometimes, the most unassuming objects can hold unimaginable value. Keep your eyes open, treasure every coin, and who knows, maybe one day you might stumble upon your very own coin worth millions, just like this legendary nickel. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because we are bringing you more unbelievable stories of coins, treasures, and hidden fortunes that could change your life forever. And remember, the next time you check your change, you might just be holding a small piece of history that is worth more than you ever imagined.